Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So we all want to connect with our audience. And there are three ways that I try to connect with my audience. And the first one is what I call comfortable eye contact. And so I try not to certainly read my speech if I can avoid it. And I try not even to look at my notes too often. And that frees me to be looking around the room while I'm talking. And so I sort of try to check in as I'm talking and just look around comfortably, not stare too hard, but just comfortably and relaxed. So that's one. The second is I try to know my audience. And for me, what I mean is knowing why they're here. What are they hoping to hear from me? Or what are they hoping to take away from my speech or my talk? And maybe conversely, I really like to think about what is it that I'm trying to communicate in my speech? What are the key messages that I'm trying to get across? And then lastly, is I try to make it conversational, just relaxed, natural conversational. So how do I approach the preparation of the speech, keeping those three things in mind? Well, the first thing I do is I think about what are those key messages, and then I'll draft up a simple outline around those key messages for my speech. Then I will write out my speech, the whole speech, word for word, and then I'll read it several times to hear it out loud. And not just to check the time of the speech, but more importantly, to really hear how it sounds and to do some wordsmithing if necessary so that it sounds more natural, flowing, conversational, and so it sounds like me. And then when I'm done with that, I'll create another outline. And that outline is what I have in front of me, which is just some brief words, a few words, well, more than a few probably, on the page that are just to trigger the thoughts. And as I'm creating that, it really helps me to internalize the key messages I'm trying to communicate, to internalize the framework for my speech so that when it comes time to deliver it, I'm not reading it. I kind of have a memory of the words, but I really focus on the key messages that I'm trying to deliver, and the words usually flow, they usually follow. And so it results hopefully in a more relaxed conversational speech, and I connect with my audience. So I hope you found that helpful.